Hey guys, welcome to the Portfolio Manager episode 3. At this episode, I will be coding. mm, myself at the simulation of the Portfolio Manager. Okay, uh, Phil has been working on connecting the trading bot with the Portfolio Manager bot, and also on the portfolio system, evaluating the rules. So I'm going to help by implementing what is needed in order for the main loop, the one that runs every 1 minute, to set up all the infrastructure, all the structure of modules that are needed, and uh, and then leave them there in memory without unloading that, and also continuing the process every 1 minute, updating the data. Okay, we need the data to be updated every 1 minute with the new indicators. And also, what we are going to need is that the portfolio manager runs synchronized with the bots that is managing at the simulation level. That means that we will need to implement a synchronization mechanism so that when the portfolio manager is at candle 1, then all the managed bot can enter into candle 1. They can ask all the confirmations or whatever they want to the manager, and all the trading bots then should signal that they finished candle 1 so that the portfolio manager can move forward to candle 2, and by doing so all the managed bot can enter candle 2 and continue this process forever. So we have, as you can see, several problems to solve here, and let's take a look at the code to see where we are. Okay, so the code, we will get it here at a new Visual Studio Code, and we'll take a look of what we have here. Remember that this portfolio management project was created as a copy of the algorithmic trading project, so it has, as of today, almost everything the same, but instead of saying trading, it says portfolio. Okay, so we want it to keep this structure until we disassemble it and remove everything that we don't need, but in the meantime we want this structure in order to have something running. Okay, so here is the portfolio simulation, and probably the first thing I'm going to do is to see if this is running. Okay, so I can see where I'm standing to begin with. So let me get to the user interface. I'm going to load here. I'm going to load a workspace I had, portfolio management. It's like a demo workspace. Okay, it's taking a while. Okay, so I can see here a portfolio system, portfolio engine, and portfolio mine, together with the trading mine, trading engine, and trading system. Okay, so here we should have, hmm, I don't think I have the portfolio stuff in here. Mhm. Okay, so yeah, I don't have the basic stuff to start this because this workspace is not Phil's workspace. So I guess I'm going to use the plugin workspace, hoping it is up to date. Portfolio management demo. Okay, let's check this out. Okay, so let's check what do we have here. We have a trading engine and a portfolio engine, trading mine and a portfolio mine, trading system and a portfolio system, and at the LAN network, this looks like a trading bot. And here are the tasks of the portfolio management. Okay, so all this stuff is in here. Okay, this is not really good because I can see that it's outdated because we shouldn't be managing tasks like data mining tasks. But anyway, I will remove this and remove this, save, and let me check which are the data mining that we have here. Okay, we got candles, and I don't see anything else, which is good. I got a problem here because this live trading session is not something that we need. So it seems that I will need Phil to give me a workspace that is working. Otherwise, I cannot really. I don't want to invest a lot of time. One second. Okay, so I will not. I will not be able to run this now. I will not be able to run this now. So what I'm going to do is to check what we need to do here. I'm going to check this out. Here we have the portfolio simulation. This goes into the portfolio system, and this go into the portfolio manager. Okay, this is the structure of this. Okay, so this is the structure we have. So then what I want to find is the modules that are used for resolving the communication between the trading bot and the portfolio manager. So this is one of the modules, but I'm going to put it. I'm gonna put it down here. This is another one, and this is another one. Okay, so I got everything here. Good. Then finally, we also added this new module. It's a memory module to store this guy. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to see where this guy is. Project Portfolio Manager Globals. Globals memory modules. Where is this? SA? I'm not sure it should be here because we don't really need this to be at the. It's going to be loaded everywhere, and maybe it's a module of TS task server and not globals. Yeah, I think I will move it there. Why would be at SA if it is needed to be loaded somewhere else? But this is a task server for sure stuff. Okay, so I'm going to paste this here. Then I will correct the project schema. Find this at the project schema. And put it here. Okay. So now that looks better. So I want my stack here of simulation system and manager. um, so essentially what I would do is study a little bit how this should work. So we said that the first problem is how do we allow this module to be available whenever it's required by the trading bots, right? So one thing that I can start doing is start cleaning this stuff, because there are things that definitely we are not going to need at the portfolio manager. For instance, we are not going to need many of these modules, so I should start cleaning this so as to get a version that is small and that it can run and that I can later start modifying. But before start modifying, I will get rid of the stuff that we don't need really here. For example, orders calculations, order simulations, we don't need this. So we will come here. For this I will need to remove them from here too. So this guy order calculations and order simulations. Goodbye. So I will come here and check where this is being instantiated. Well, it's being instantiated at portfolio orders, but we don't need this guide either. So portfolio orders, we don't need you. And we will not need snapshots either. But hold on. Okay, snapshots, you can go. Portfolio position. No. Execution. No. Portfolio strategy. No. So portfolio manager, yes. System, yes. Record, yes. Episode, yes. Uh, Simulation, yes. Output, yes. Engine, yes. Process, session, single model portfolio bot. Okay. So portfolio orders. Who is instantiating you? Sorry. Portfolio execution. And who is instantiating you? Portfolio manager. So I will need to clean this, and it's going to be a little bit painful because a lot of stuffs are interconnected here. So portfolio strategy module, I need to remove this stuff. Portfolio position execution. Maybe I can keep the announcement stuff because it doesn't bother. But the snapshot, okay, the episode stays. So I will do it one by one, otherwise I can miss stuff. Okay. So we will not need snapshots. So you can leave. This can go. And announcements. Okay, we say that announcement might stay. Okay, we can leave this for now. Execution. Okay. So this means that nobody's instantiating this guy anymore. This means that this guy can be removed. So then we have order calculations. That is being used here. Orders. Okay, nobody's using this guy. So goodbye. Then order calculations. Okay, nobody's using this guy. So goodbye. What about this? Order simulations. Nobody's using this guy. So goodbye. Engine episode manager output positions. Position, we don't need this guy. Engine episode manager output process record simulation strategy. There's no strategy here. Okay, so this guy can go. Simulation system snapshot. I don't really think we are going to have snapshots here. So we will remove that also because we don't need this complexity. Delete. So from portfolio manager, is there a snapshot somewhere? Okay, there's no snapshot. Okay, so we got engine episode manager, output process, records, simulation, system, session, and the bot. Okay. Okay, I wonder if this would run or not. But since I don't have the workspace, I will wait for Phil to give it to me. Let's see how we can continue here. Let's double check that here there is nothing that that we will be loading. Okay, the pod, the session, the process, the engine, the output simulation episode records system manager, this exchange API that it shouldn't be here, to be honest, but okay. So let's take a look. Things that might be obsolete, like this function. Okay, there are many things that we will need to redo here. Let's go back to the simulation. Record system episode. Okay. Okay. So there is a lot of stuff that is done here that is exactly the same that at the trading bot. So I wonder if we could reutilize that somehow. Um, Here's the simulation loop. Well, these are good candidates of functions that shouldn't be here. But there should be somewhere else at a common place where we can execute them and and keep this module as the portfolio simulation, that is a specialization of a simulation module. Um, so yeah, that's one thing that I could do now. For instance, make myself sure that the trading simulation can use all this function from a simulation module so that we can simplify this guy as much as possible. Also, maybe I can put some of this stuff into functions inside that module too, so that this then we I can copy the trading simulation into here, like with minimized stuff, and have much less code duplicated. Okay, because the simulation per se, the portfolio simulation will need to synchronize itself with the simulations of the trading bots. So I will need to specialize this module and also specialize this trading simulation to be in sync with the portfolio manager. So as in order to be able to just to start that task, I need to simplify this module, removing all the common stuff and put it in a common place. And once that's working, then I can work on specializing this guy and the other guy. Okay? So I think this is what I'm going to do first. This is what I'm going to do first. So my work doesn't start here. In fact, I will need to go and do it at the trading system, at the trading bot. So all the cleaning that I've done, even though I didn't try it, my guess is that is something that I should commit. So this is getting rid of modules that we will not need. Okay, so this is like a very first step. Now we have less amount of modules to worry about, and the next step that I see is going to the trading bot. That can be this guy here. And we are going to focus on the trading simulation only, so we can remove all this. And we're going to see how we push all the functions in here. And I'm talking about this guy, this, this, and this, which is inside this. Heartbeat. Okay, I'm not sure about these ones because I would have to send these modules as parameters. This is using session parameters. Okay, but position. Here we're using chart. Okay. Get element. Check next candle. Sending the trading engine. Check initial daytime. Check final daytime. Check minimum maximum balance. Okay. Okay. Then I might need I will have to do some refactoring also because this is trading episode module and we're just going to send in here an episode module. Okay, so this is not that difficult and it could be a good starting for this series of tasks. So what am I going to do? I'm going to create a new module, but the problem is that this is not from the algorithmic trading nor from the portfolio management. So what is it? It looks like a new project unless I move it to foundations, but I don't want to add stuff to foundations. So how can I call a project which essentially is going to be the common stuff of well, initially the common stuff between algorithmic trading and portfolio management. Mhm. Maybe simulation. Maybe we generalize the concept of a simulation somehow. Okay. So a new project appears, simulation, because the module wouldn't be good either at algorithmic trading or nor at portfolio management. So simulation. New folder, TS. So this would be like a function library because in the sense that it doesn't hold state, so they're just going to be functions that I can execute. So let me check if we have something like that already. Foundations, TS, function libraries, yes. New folder, function libraries. And here we'll create a file called simulation. Okay. So let's see how these are structured. Data dependency functions. So we'll copy this. So this module contains the functions that are used. Simulations. Um, so we will keep this here and we will go to the project schema file, find this guy, and oh, before we do that, we need to create the new project. So it's going to call simulation. And here we will put all the, is it simulation or simulations? All the common stuff, we will put it here, at least the one that is at the simulation level. So here we don't have any of these guys. But we will have this guy. No. Okay. So in this case, the project is simulation, simulation, function libraries. We'll call this guy simulation functions. So here we will put you like this, and okay. Now we got this new module, simulation functions. Okay. There's something missing here. Where is this process index? Okay, the process index is sent at every function call. Because this library doesn't hold any state at all. Okay, any state. They are function libraries. Okay, so that's how we want them. Okay, so what we're going to do then is start bringing in these beautiful functions we have here, starting by all this. Then we will see if we can invent more functions. So as to strip this the most possible. But this function should be quite straightforward. Okay, so let's try this out. First this. Okay. They are all gone. Here we will need to call them, or no, not call them here. Simulation functions. This is your new home. Okay, so I will need your names. get element, check next candle, check initial date time, check final date time, check minimum and maximum balance. Okay, that was the last one. Okay, so now I have the function here. I will need to go one by one and see who are calling them. Close episode 2 times. So this is going to be more or less like this. SA, no, ts dot projects dot simulation dot function libraries. Function libraries dot simulation functions dot close episode. Okay, so this is going to send one parameter into here, but this needs this guy. What we are going to include it as a first parameter. First parameter are going to be the modules needed, and then whatever it had before. So here we will have this guy, but we will remove the trading and we just leave this like this. Beautiful. So the episode mode object is what we're going to have. So function number 1 is ready. Then function number 2, episode, update episode. But we will need this prefix here. So we got 3 update episode. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So, oh, no. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Then we will need here this guy. So we will send it first here, here, and here. And finally, we are going to add it here. But we are going to rename it in this way, so it's not related to trading at all. And that's how we have function number 2. Okay, so these are more complex stuff. So what I'm going to do is to commit my changes up to here. So new simulation heartbeat. Heartbeat. So this guy needs these session parameters. Where is this coming from? Heartbeat date. Oh, we got a problem here. Well, I don't really know why this is here, but if it is there, why is it defined somewhere else? I don't really understand, especially because it's not used anywhere. Here is a problem. Because somehow this function needs this variable to be outside. And if I send the function as a parameter, that doesn't mean when I change this, it's going to change. So I will have to do an extra work for this. So this is what I'm going to do. Look, we're going to create an object called heartbeat. And this object will have a property date or let's say current date and previous date. Okay, because I'm going to send the object, then if I modify the properties inside the function, they are going to be okay, they are going to persist. So then here I'm going to send the object heartbeat. Heartbeat function, heartbeat object. There is only one place. So I just need for this function to put the prefix that we have. Okay, and I'm going to send the object. So inside the function, yes, and we will need session parameters too. Session parameters and the object heartbeat. Okay, so wherever we see heartbeat date, we are going to replace it by the object heartbeat and current date. Okay, the object heartbeat and current date. And whenever we find this guy, previous date, heartbeat, previous date. Okay, and as far as I can see, this should work. This should work. So this was the third function. Then position at current candle. So here we will need these objects. Exchange chart my guess is that we need this, right? Exchange chart data dependencies. Where is this coming from? Okay, this is data dependencies. This is data dependencies is something internal. So let me check this out. So we have Okay, chart, we don't need chart. So here we need exchange to come from somewhere. Current exchange, current base asset, quoted, current chart, current chart. So here we start with chart. Data dependencies come from here. Daily time frame, blah, blah, blah. Chart, we already have it. Well, it looks like this is all. So exchange should be an object that we should be able to find here. Indeed. And it's defined there. Find there. Okay, so the function name is called like this. So we will find it here only once here. So we will find the prefix we need. That is this guy. Put the prefix in here and exchange as a parameter. Okay. So chances are this is going to work. We will see. Next function is get element. Get element. Where are you? It looks like this is a function execute from within this same place. Yes. Here I see that we will need the process index that we don't have. Okay. So get element is execute from position at chart. And that's it. So that means that get element is not a public function from here, but instead is a function that it could be inside of this guy. That's where that should be. Okay, get element. So we're going to fix at the same time this process index. So heartbeat also needs process index. Okay, let's start fixing this stuff. Heartbeat needs, ooh, no. Need just process index, okay? So then position at candle also need process index. next candle and check, and this also need process index, but what we need here is, let's find heartbeat. We forgot to remove this, guys. And here we need process index. So if we have more heartbeat, okay, only one heartbeat. Position at next candle. This will also need exchange and process index. Okay. Then we got check next candle. Okay, check next candle will also need process index, but it will also need trading engine and what else? Trading engine, it seems. Okay. Okay, so check next candle. Let's find it here. Check next candle is only once. So we'll add the parameters and we need the prefix. Beautiful. So that's checks next candle. Then check initial date time. Okay. Hold on, I will be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. So the next function also need a process index and also need a trading engine. And we will see where it is here. Only once. Okay. Only once. So the parameters are trading engine and process index. And the prefix is the same. Okay. Then perfect. Check final date time. It's the same stuff. Only once. Okay, I'm forgetting here that these ones that are called trading engine, we are going to call them just engine because we don't want this module to have a knowledge about trading itself. So yeah, I forgot that. But I can do a refactoring when I finish everything. So this goes here. And the prefix for this is this stuff. The last one wow, this one is long. So process index still have yeah, still needed here. And also trading engine is needed. So what we're going to do is to come here, put this here. It looks like session parameters also is needed. So we'll add it there. Trading system is also needed. This looks like a function that is probably not belonging here. Check minimum and maximum balance. Um, this is not related to the simulation per se, but to the trading bot. So I am thinking about moving this somewhere else. I'm thinking about moving this somewhere else. Still, Yeah, it's not correct to be here. So I'm going to create a new module just for this function. But it will be at algorithmic trading. So this is what I'm going to do. I will copy this, copy the whole stuff, and at the task server here of algorithmic trading, I will paste this. So we have function libraries and we have simulation functions. Okay, so we have it here. But we will rename this by trading functions in general. Okay, so that means that here the project is going to be, well, the name is going to be trading functions, and the project is going to be algorithmic trading. Okay, so all of this stuff is gone because we don't need it, and that means that most of these functions are gone. That means that this guy will find it here. There is only one. So we are going to add all the parameters in here. And we will add this here, but here is going to be algorithmic trading function libraries, and here is going to be trading functions and this guy. Okay, it also means that I will need a copy of this here and go to algorithmic trading and add this here, like function libraries, but here it would be trading functions, like trading functions and trading functions also here. So that would be this module, and I'm not going to touch or refactor this. And in this case, I'm going to remove this guy from here and from here. And these are going to be the simulation related functions. Okay, this is the simulation. Okay, so we got trading engine, that we are going to call inside here just engine, whatever that is. Okay, and with all these changes, I think I have completed the migration into these two modules of many of the functions that were inside the trading simulation module. Many. So this is much smaller now. Probably there are many other things we can do, but let's take it up to here and see if this is still working or not. Okay, so to try it out, I'm going to come here. This is the portfolio management demo. Good, save it. But I want to know if the getting started tutorials if getting started tutorial is still working. So I expect not to work, but to tell me which are the problems left uh, caused by this kind of migration of functions into some other place. Okay. So what I'm going to do is to come here, the Super Argos folder, and platform, and my data storage. I'm going to delete algorithmic trading as a project so that I'm 100% sure that if this runs well, that it did run well by watching the charts. So we will see. We just run this guy. Oops. Okay, it didn't even start it. Require function call property name. Cannot read property. Okay, there is a problem with the definition of the project schema. When you see a situation like this with a module that cannot be loaded, but it is not an external reference, that means that something is not good here. So yeah, and you can see it here because you have simulation. So this trading function, I should have copied this from here to here. Okay, so we'll just try it again. Oh, the problem is that this is not going to allow me. No problem. Okay, so here we go again. Run. Okay, so the task is running, which is kind of expected. Now we'll run the session, the bot. This is where I don't expect it to work, but we will see. Okay, fail. Engine is not defined. Where at simulation functions, line 34. And the reason is because there is a parameter missing. Simulation functions 34. Okay, here we need the engine too. So session parameters, engine, and this is heartbeat. Okay, so heartbeat, session parameters, trading engine, heartbeat. Okay, let's try it again. You can run. You can run. Okay, fail again. Session parameters is not defined. A simulation function 260. So let's go to 260 here. Session parameters, yes. So I need to put this here. Check in. Okay. So this is really not a difficult stuff to do. It just takes time. You will have some missing stuff, and after a while, it will work. Fail again. So in this case, engine is not defined. Line 178. 178 engine. Okay, so this means that we need here engine, and this is trading engine. Let's go again. Oh, yeah, almost worked. So this time, session parameter is not defined at 321. Simulation functions. What? 270. 270. Session parameters. Okay, got it. So this comes after engine. And this guy here, only one. Session parameters. Okay. One more time. Incoming counting signals undefined. Okay, so run simulation. Creating simulation 265. This is the other file that we're creating, okay? So trading simulation 265 undefined incoming signals counting. Trading simulation 265. This is oh, this means that I have broken everything because this might be undefined. Okay, so this is a bug from my previous development. Okay, this can be undefined if there are no signals defined at all. So there should be here one if this is not undefined. Okay. So where else am I using this here? See if I can save myself some time. Also there. Okay, so let's check this out. Another problem. Candles is not defined in a trading simulation. Candles. Trading simulation 345. This is a little bit strange. Candles. Trading simulation 345. What is wrong with this? Run simulation. Candles is not defined. Okay, simulation function 216. Simulation functions 216. And it says candles is not defined, right? Yes, candles. So we need candles here. Engine and candles. So check. Okay, so I don't know where candles come from, but that should work. So let's go again. Wow, that was like too quickly. Okay, another error. Session parameter is not defined at simulation functions 223. 223. Simulation functions 223. Sessions parameters. Well, many more things that I expected were missing. Okay, so it kind of worked, but there is some strange behavior here with the date that it didn't work like perfectly well, the date. So let's check this out. So we are looking for the 1st of September. Zoom in. Okay. This looks pretty well now. So essentially it worked. The only thing that I would like to fix is the date. Something is not perfect there. The heartbeat date. So heart. Okay. So what do we have? What did we have before here? We had two variables. Um, it's not immediately obvious to me why the dates are not being calculated well. I just replaced the previous variable names with these objects. So maybe the way to go here is to debug this in here. So that's what I'm going to do. But first I want to commit the changes because this is working. This is a relation functions working. Okay, so let's debug this to see which is the reason why this is not working. So I'm going to run this here. No, okay, yes. Supergota survey is running. So I come back here and I will run it with debug. Now I will run it normally and wait here. So here we have this undefined as expected. So the current date is This is incorrect. This is incorrect because it's the so this is telling me that is current day is the second, and it's not true because the value of this candle is for sure is the 1st of September. Yes, 1st of September. So we are dividing this by the amount of milliseconds in a day, truncating that. Then if you multiply it by this, it should give us the day we are standing at without any hours, minutes, or seconds. But why are we adding this? Does it make sense? Okay, so okay, let's try it out again without that line. So we can stop this. Okay, it's running again. Let's see if this recovered itself. Yes. Okay. So this will run again. Okay, the date looks good. Now it looks good. Looks good to me. Okay. So if the charts are still there, then that would mean for me that this is working and that I'm going to contribute this because it includes a back correction. So let's save this. I use my workspace for contributions. Back fix it. Bot did two signals. Okay. Okay, so to recap, it was a long session. What we did here was to the first part, we clean the portfolio management modules that we are not going to use. We remove all that. And then we saw that the portfolio simulation was going to repeat a lot of code from the trading bot simulation. So we extract all the common functions and put it into some modules, and then we tested that the trading bot continued running. So at the next episode, what I'm going to do is to try to get a little bit deeper into that and see if I can remove some other functions, some other code there and into functions from the trading simulation, so that the trading simulation is stripped to the bare bones. And once I reach that point, I will copy the code into the portfolio manager simulation, refactor it to be portfolio simulation. And from there, I will be comfortable to continue and do the synchronization problem and the problem of not unloading the information and always refreshing the data. Okay, so that's where we are. So thank you for watching this one, and see you at the next time that is going to be also a portfolio manager episode. Okay, bye.